I've been having a blast working on a new album. I'll tell you more about it. Hey there, I'm Jason, and lately I've been thinking a lot about modern content creation and content creators. I've been creating a wide variety of content for decades, both professionally and personally. I'm a creative person, and I love the creative process. I think the type of content I enjoy creating the most is music. And what I find amusing about that is I'm not a musician. At least I don't consider myself one. I began my career in the music industry decades ago, specifically on the business side of things, because I love music and I recognize that I lack musical talent. So producing concerts, running a record label, owning a venue, and working in music management allowed me to work in the music industry in spite of my lack of musical talent. I've never let that dissuade me from creating music though. Maybe I should have, but technology is amazing. I remember getting sucked in by rad music creation software on our old Amiga computer in the 80s called the Deluxe Music Construction Set that was released by Electronic Arts. Then I discovered various tracker programs, which were sort of the predecessor to modern digital audio workstations. Kind of. I spent so much time tinkering with those, pointing and clicking, and creating things that weren't really songs, but they sounded cool to me. But I loved the concept of being able to create music with just a computer. That was wild to me. And when I was in college, things really opened up. Digital recording emerged, and gear manufacturers started producing tools that made recording music at home more accessible. And sure, before consumer digital recorders arrived on the scene, there were those really cool analog 4-track cassette recorders. But for non-musicians like me, who need to record take after take after take, trying to work with tape is a pain, and horrible for audio quality. So when I was able to get my hands on a digital 8-track recorder, that unleashed my creativity. The first actual song I ever recorded was on that Fostex MR8. I had a cheap Fender Squier guitar, a little Casio keyboard I picked up at a thrift store, and a Shure 55 microphone I splurged on. The song sounds pretty terrible, but I don't mind embarrassing myself in front of friends. And since we're friends, I'll share my embarrassing garbage with you.
Why can't we all just be the best of friends? I've really gotta be honest, I'm getting sick of this friendly trend. Why do I have to pretend to like stupid people? And why do I have to put up with people being lame? I can't stand close to 95% of the population, and I can't see a valid reason for pretending they're my pals. When people are dumb and lame, I'm gonna tell them not play the game. It's not my job to be a nice guy and become friends with people I despise. Yeah, I can't stand close to 95% of the population, and I can't see a valid reason for pretending they're my pals. You might think that I sound mean. That's okay, cause I probably don't like you. It's okay if you wanna cry. Make sure to change your britches before you come outside. People are lame. People suck. Oh, don't cry. Wah!
So, pretty terrible, right? But the experience of jumping in and creating a song and recording it was pretty invigorating. I had no idea what I was doing. I'd never tried to play guitar before. I'd tinkered on keyboards before, but I wasn't a keyboard player. I didn't know music theory, and I had zero knowledge related to audio recording, tracking, mixing, any of it. It was all new. And I loved the experience of diving in headfirst and learning as I went. And I did, by and large, have to figure things out on my own. The internet was extremely different back then. It was still coming of age. YouTube didn't even exist. This was pre-MySpace even. So for the most part, I was on my own. Fast forward to today, and artificial intelligence is making it easier than ever for people with zero musical talent or knowledge or skill to create music. Suno is an app that's trendy right now, and it enables you to create full, complex, and pretty amazing sounding songs by simply typing a descriptive prompt. As with any technological development, there are pros and cons to this, and using AI in this context is understandably a polarizing topic. Believe me, I have my own qualms with AI-generated content, but it's the explosion of AI-generated music that drove my decision to create an album. Seeing the ease with which people are able to generate music now, I wanted to challenge myself to create a full album of music in what's now becoming the old-fashioned way, I suppose, composing, tracking, mixing, mastering, and finally releasing a physical album. And although the songs I'm creating for this album aren't created by AI, I'm using this project to experiment with various AI-powered tools. As a professional creator, I've always believed that it's to my advantage to stay up to date with emerging technologies and tools that might enhance my capabilities or streamline processes. The current resistance or objection that some people in creative fields are voicing right now related to AI is very reminiscent of how graphic designers reacted when desktop applications like Photoshop were released, or how filmmakers reacted when digital cameras arrived. Like it or not, AI is integrated into everything now, and the use of and reliance on AI is only going to grow. So again, I can act like a grumpy old man and complain about AI, or I can make sure I'm aware of the latest AI tools, understand how to use them, and know how they might benefit my work. I'll share more about how I'm playing around with AI for this project in a future video. I'll also share more stories about my musical journey and about my process of creating this album.
To be continued.